What a real big prophet here, Prophet Jewel today. This one is on objectification. I spoke a little bit about it last Jewel, but I want to go deeper on it. It's a big topic. Could probably make a series on it, but let's see how far this goes. I want to direct this mainly towards men. I'll explain why in a little bit. If you're a woman listening to this, please listen to the end. Share your opinion. If you have a son, share this with them if you approve of the message. I apologize in advance because my language is probably going to be offensive, but the message is sincere, and I think it's a good lesson. So let's get into it. What is objectification? Okay, it's when you reduce somebody to an object. When you degrade somebody to an object. Okay. Now, why did I want to direct this to men? Well, it's because women are the most objectified. And men are the culprit. And that's how our society works. Okay? So, if we want our society to get better, then we gotta hold ourselves more accountable, hold ourselves responsible. You know, I can't blame women for acting the way they do, or blaming men for thinking men are trash when men are acting like trash to them. They don't respect women the way they should. So, let me break it down so you can understand. When I talk about objectification, I'm guilty of it too. I've been guilty of it for most of my life. Probably objectified most of the women I've seen. I look, as soon as I see them, I'll look, boom, boom, ass titties, boom. They got both, 9 or 10, you know what I mean? Then I would judge the face. That's how fucked up it is. You know what I mean? I will make a judgment, pass a judgment like I got something to look at. You know what I mean? But I wouldn't think about the person inside. I'll look at the body parts and judge them by how much it turns me on. Just really fake, superficial mentality. And I think I'm a nice guy, but I'm guilty of this thing we call objectification, and it's a wicked thing. Let me show you how wicked it is. Women get raped and then blamed for the rape by what they wear. Like it matters. Police ask them, what were you wearing? People ask them, what were you wearing? Like it fucking matters. Like there are women in the Middle East covered head to toe that get raped. Can't even barely see their eyes and they still get raped. Like it doesn't matter. It has nothing to do with what they wear. It has nothing to do with the woman. It has everything to do with the men and how they view women. And that's objectification. They're not thinking about the person in this body. They're not thinking about the mind, the heart, the soul. They're not thinking about the trauma they're going to have to deal with for the rest of their life. They're just thinking about body parts and being turned on. And trust me, I love the female body. I think it's the finest piece of art ever created. But you gotta learn to respect it. And respect the human being that lives inside of this body. You know, like really. Like we can't just let our lust blind us from the people in our lives. People that we like, you should want to get to know this person. When I look at the ass and titties, I wasn't thinking about her personality. When I was looking for a girlfriend, I was looking at body parts. When I was looking at if she was a good mother, or if she was uplifting, or if she was kind, you know, those things would turn me off eventually if she wasn't kind, or if she was rude, or just not intelligent or didn't desire learning or something like that. But those things came secondary to lust, this objectification, these body parts I would look at. Now let's go even deeper. How deep does this rabbit hole go of objectification? Okay, we already covered rape. Well, I never understood why pedophiles would ever touch a child. Why would anybody ever touch a child or harm a child? I never understood. But when I really start looking at this objectification, and I realize these people are looking at body parts. They're not looking at the child. We're busy looking at this little kid, thinking about the hopes and dreams, about they're gonna grow and just laugh, enjoying the laughter of children. Meanwhile, they're looking at body parts. They obviously are not looking at the small, innocent, naive child. They're looking at this kid's body parts like a fucking predator. You understand me? And that's what we would becoming when we objectify women. We become predators. We're acting like fucking animals. So let's be real about this shit. You know what I'm saying? Are you trying to be an animal? Are you trying to be a human being and treat someone else like a human being? We want to talk about save the children, but we still objectifying one another. We're guilty of the same shit. It's the same sin. You know? The same sin leads us down different roads. But this is like, that's how wicked objectification is. If we hate pedophilia and rape, then we have to check ourselves for the fucking sins that we're committing as well. We want to save the children? Then let's teach them how not to be, how not to objectify others, not to degrade others to body parts. You know, teach them how to look in someone's eyes, see the soul, respect the person, and not look at them as just body parts that could turn you on. Like, yo, it's the same fucking problem. Let's hold ourselves accountable, especially men. How could we be mad at women when they react to how we treat them? You know what I'm saying? I understand why women say men are trash, because we act like fucking dogs. Yo, we treat them like trash. We treat them like objects. And this thing is crazy about sex, yo. We have this lust, this uncontrollable lust and desire, and then when we bust a nut, it's like the spell just magically wore off, and then we just dash them away. Just dash them away. Like, what the fuck is this? What's this mentality? We don't care about the trauma that's going to happen for that. We don't care about the intimacy issues they're going to have, the fact they're going to have trouble falling in love, they're not going to trust nobody. We just don't give a fuck about the damage we cause. If you're a good man, if you're a person with a heart that cares about somebody, if you have compassion in your heart, then we have to check ourselves. We have to hold ourselves more responsible, hold ourselves accountable for shit we do wrong, try to improve it. You know, I'm lucky that I wasn't a complete asshole when I met my wife, you know. But I still had a lot of growing to do, and I still do. But at least now, I'm holding myself to a higher standard. I have a daughter now, so I really have to hold myself to a higher standard. So that's why I want everybody to hold themselves to a higher standard, so she don't have to grow up in a world of fucking predators, yo. And this society breeds this predatory behavior. And yo, I don't think we're animals. I think we're divine. I think we are better than that. I know we have a mind. I know that we have a spirit. And not to say animals don't, but I think we're better in better control of our urges and impulses. And we have respect for one another. This isn't the wild. This is supposed to be a civilized society. And if we're out here acting uncivilized, and we're making excuses to act uncivilized, then what are we perpetuating? What kind of world are we creating for our children? Want to save the children? Save your righteous mind. Do what's right. Get off of this bullshit, man. It's objectification. Teach your children better. Do better than teach your children better. That's what this is about, yo. I want my kids to live in a better world than this fucking cesspool of sin and wickedness. You know what I mean? The older I get, the more wise I get to how corrupt this is. And I don't want to be corrupted by this world. I want to hold on to my righteousness. I want to grow more righteous, more pure. I want my children to have that and to strive for it. You have to fight for your righteous mind in this evil, wicked world. Or it'll corrupt you and have you doing the devil's work. And you won't even know it. Prophet Jewel today. Drop that objectification. Fight for your righteous mind. Nothing but peace and love, y'all. And let's do better for the kids. Let's save the children for real.